Hey everyone, welcome to day 7, our final day of this 7-day journey, 7 days of healing, of priestess healing with Mother Mary. Thank you so much, those of you who have been here since day 1. Yay, we made it. And those of you who, if this happens to be your first time, or maybe you joined somewhere in the middle, welcome. Trust that it's perfect exactly where you are at. So today is our closing ceremony. And as I was sharing yesterday, it is a rebirth and resurrection ceremony with Mother Mary. I'm so delighted to be here with you. I would love to see who is here. I see Diane and Destiny. And of course, those of you who are watching the replay, I know that you are here as well. And so let's begin with the card that showed up today. It's actually 2 cards. The first card from the Mother Mary Oracle is Our Lady with the Moon at Her Feet. Look at this beautiful card. I haven't picked this card in a really long time. And so I'm going to read a little bit of that card, but one of the things it says is that it's a wild card, an empowering card, so that any card you pick after it is empowered. So I was like, okay, that means I'm supposed to choose 2 cards. So the second card was Our Lady of Truth. Okay, so this is the card that is empowered by the first one. So let me read a little bit of the first one because it goes so perfectly with our ceremony today. Hello, Pamela and Patty and Nancy. So she says, it says, this oracle card, so this message comes to you when you are attempting to outgrow through inspiration, hope, love, bold spiritual daring, or big dreams, that which seems to be holding us back or impossible to change. All right, so this lady with the moon at her feet, which of course makes me think of Our Lady of Guadalupe for sure, is saying, I am here when there is something that you are trying to heal, to outgrow, and that it seems impossible. Or it may seem like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this for so long. I know I'm in a better place, but it's still a hook. And she's saying, I'm here. So she tells us that through her intervention, you can find the support that you need as you face the challenges of growth. And she will lend you her power to be able to reach for that star, which without her would perhaps be somewhat beyond your reach for now, at least. So what this card is saying, that this is a divine intervention to, I'm not going to pretend like I know how all of that works, but I know that there are times in our life where there are these divine interventions, where there are these sacred portals that can quantum leap us to another level of healing, that without the intervention, it's not that we would never reach it, it's just that it might take longer or it might be more challenging. But here we are with this beautiful message where Mother Mary is saying, I am here as your, interceding for you. And it also says this oracle is a wild card in the deck, that it empowers and strengthens any other card you choose after it. So, Our Lady of Truth. So let's go into Our Lady of Truth. It says, a lot of things. I'm looking at this, I'm like, what? There's so much. I had chosen one, but now I'm being guided to. Okay, I'm just going to read this. You may seem to be, so one of the messages, it says, when you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me, with the Divine Mother. In those moments, your voice and every action rings true like a bell, sending out waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. So it is this card of truth, of being in your truth, of sharing your truth, of having the courage to know what your truth is, and of knowing that your voice, that your message, that your presence is, like it says there, it's like this bell, like this, I think of it as a crystal bowl, like this crystal bowl that cuts through all the illusion, all the distraction, all the confusion, all of the heaviness, and there is your truth, like this beautiful lightning bolt. So I see Laura, thank you for being here. And Zoe, welcome. And Sophia, so glad you're here. So again, we have Our Lady with the moon at her feet and Our Lady of Truth. So as we enter this ceremonial space, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment, if you can. If not, that's okay. Taking some nice cleansing breaths. And feeling the energy of culmination, the energy of completion, the energy of arrival as we are here on this 7th day. Take a moment to visualize those roots going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep, deep, deep into the earth. Thinking back to day 1, where we did this for the first time. And noticing, knowing, being aware of how much stronger, how much expansion, how much release, how much alignment has happened. Trust it. You might feel it energetically, even if you don't see signs in the external yet. We know that it is there, that it is happening. And so being in that space, feeling that groundedness, I invite you to now breathe in, take in from the bottoms of your feet that beautiful energy of renewal, of rebirth, of resurrection. And you don't need to know the details. You don't need to go into analysis of what is being resurrected, what is being rebirthed, although you may know already. Just be in that open, beginner's curious mind and take that in from Mother Earth. Let it flow all the way to the crown of your head. Feel an expansion, almost like there's an alignment happening, because there is, as your soul recalibrates your chakras, your energy centers, your meridians, your muscles, your bones, your cells, all are being recalibrated, aligned to integrate all of the unfoldment of the last few days. And if this is your first time joining us, trust that your soul can integrate this in the best way for you. You might be guided to go back and see some of the other transmissions. And so feeling that alignment, feeling that attunement, feeling your spine, the vertebrae in your spine, perhaps like I feel like more spaciousness in between, as your back is just opened in this very gentle and powerful, loving way. Again, knowing your soul is in charge of this. And as that happens, your shoulders relax, your chest opens, making space for the heart opening that has been happening every day on this 7-day journey. And so heart opening, lungs expanding, making more space. Space for your beautiful heart. Space for your powerful heart. And so letting that earth energy bathe all the way up to the crown of your head as it cascades down and blesses your third eye, blesses your throat. And as that continues to unfold, I invite you to take a moment to connect with your aura, right? That cocoon of light that surrounds you. And We welcome Mother Mary, who has been with us so closely during the 7-day journey. So welcome Mother Mary to clear your aura of anything, any debris, right? There's been a lot of, I'm getting this image of when you have a plant, and I've used this image before, but this just came to me again, where you have a beautiful plant, or if we think about our orchids, or I'm wearing roses today, and when the roots have gotten too big for that pot, right? When you repot a plant, so you take out the plant, shake it off a little bit, and put it in the bigger pot. This is what's happening. It's like Mother Mary is lifting us off from our energy body, clearing, right? Because there's been so much release emotionally. There's so much release of the past that it's unnecessary, so much release of burdens and wounds, some that you might not even be aware of. And so she's clearing that so that you can step now into this evolved, expanded aura that fits now your expansion, that is spacious enough, expanded enough for your new cycle of growth, for your resurrection and your rebirth. So I just see those beautiful angels that are always walking, that are always with Mother Mary. And they let them tend to your aura so lovingly. For some of you, they might just be brushing it. For some of you, there might be, literally like lifting off the old. And as they do that, Mother Mary, in her open arm mudra, as she is behind me, right, her heart so open, and she is just sending these waves of grace, waves of clearing and love to you. And she's bringing this transmission of divine mirroring. So interesting. It's like she's just infused in these beautiful like sequins, like little mirrors. And as she stands behind you, as your aura is expanding, she stands behind you and she stands in front of you with these mirrors, these beautiful mirrors. And what is she doing? She's mirroring back to you the truth of who you are. She's mirroring back to you your divinity, your sovereignty, your power. Yesterday, we were having that conversation of healing your relationship with your power. So she's in this moment, it's like she's holding this big mirror saying, look at yourself, see yourself as you really are. And so receive that and know that in this moment, you might only be able to consciously receive only some of that. But this healing will continue to unfold so that every moment, every day, you will be able to see more of who you are. So receive this now as she infuses you with this beautiful mirror. And that is one of the ways that Mother Mary mentors us. She is not here to be put on a pedestal. She is, of course, this beautiful, divine, compassionate, powerful being. And she's here to have, if you are open to it, because of course, all of the Ascended Masters always honor you for your free will choice, to have this intimate relationship with you, to mentor you into your next evolution. And particularly with this transmission and with all the teachings that I do, it's really to empower you into your next level of leadership, into your next level of career expansion, service expansion. And so thank you, Destiny, for writing this. I received this intimate relationship with Mother Mary. I trust her. Beautiful. And what Mother Mary wants to say back, not just to Destiny, but to all of us, is that she trusts us. Really taking that in. And so, as your aura continues to be tended to, I invite you to just take a journey back to day one. It feels like forever ago to me. So, day one, which was last Tuesday, even if you weren't here on day one, when we enter this space, we're really operating outside of linear time. So day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, day six, there was an invitation to know. I remember on the first day, what was your special task for April? And we're in April now, right? What was your special task for April? And then we talked about, and I might say these out of order because this is just kind of, I didn't write it down, but this is coming to me. We talked about then miracles and releasing the fear of receiving miracles, of becoming miracle ready. And we had another transmission where you with Mother Mary and your soul looked at your day, right? From an average day, from when you first get up out of bed to when you go back to bed. And Mother Mary and your soul was really guiding you on where were those places during your day where you could use an interrupter ritual, right? Where you could use a ritual, and it might be as simple as bringing your hands to your heart and opening to the grace of your soul and Mother Mary or any other ascended masters you connect with. And I'm remembering that for me, it was around lunchtime. I had morning and evenings, had rituals that I could lean into, but it was the middle of the day where I was receiving that guidance. And I remember a transmission where you really invited your inner child parts forward. Who showed up for you? And then, of course, yesterday, talking about power. And so the invitation with Mother Mary today is to be open to receiving the guidance on what in your life is being rebirthed, what in your life is being resurrected. What does that mean, resurrected, being brought back from the dead? And what do we mean in this context? Remember, this is priestess healing, right? This is the path of the priestess, the path of the medicine woman, the holy woman. And this is, of course, also a path for men if they're called to it. So when we talk about resurrecting and rebirth, is really a reclaiming of your truth, a reclaiming of your place at the table. I'm hearing we have all gone through many deaths. If you connect with past lives, there's literal deaths, but there's also all the deaths, right? The deaths of the old. I can look on this lifetime, on my life, and look back and think of all the times, all the cycles. For example, when I used to be a middle school teacher. That was a really big, important part of my life. And then that had to die, that had to be put to rest so that I can step into this next cycle. And of course, I brought with me all of the wisdom and the experiences from that experience. But there absolutely was a grieving process. And I have gone through that cycle over and over and over again with a lot of things, as so have you. And so in this moment, it's asking the question, what was something that perhaps you laid down to rest, either consciously or unconsciously? For whatever reason, it wasn't the time, or it wasn't safe, or whatever reason, or you had to complete other lessons. But now here we are on day 7, and Mother Mary is saying, it is time. It is time for the rising up. It is time for the rising up of all of what is dormant within you, all that which you so courageously put aside, even if it didn't feel like courage. Mother Mary is saying here, yes, we agreed to this human journey, and we agreed that there would be things we would go through, initiations we would go through, challenges we would go through, where we would go through it forgetting who we are, who we truly are. Maybe not completely. There was always a voice inside saying, wait, there's more. And yet we experienced all of that pain, all of that confusion. And so now is the time to declare that that is over. The time of hiding or shrinking back or just being in the background, all of that has served you up to an extent. But now it is time to rise up and be seen. And the most important person that needs to see who you really are is yourself. That is the type of leadership that the divine is asking for. It's not about leading, hearing responses from those you lead, your students, your clients, your loved ones, and then feeling like, oh, I'm a good person because that person said this about me. It's about you knowing your own truth, moving forward from that place and leading from that place. And what Mother Mary is saying is, when you lead from that place of knowing who you are so powerful. You become this great channel for answered prayers, right? That was something else that came forward in one of the transmissions, is receiving your answered prayer and becoming an answered prayer for others. So let's go ahead and step into this inner journey to connect with your soul and connect with Mother Mary in her garden of roses. I know we traveled to her garden of orchids, or we were the garden of orchids, really. We're going to step into her garden of roses so that you can have this intimate conversation and transmission on what it is that is being resurrected and reborn within you. So if there's anybody else on the transmission that hasn't said hi, feel free to do that before we go in. And so I invite everyone to go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable, if you can, if you're in a place where you can. And take some nice cleansing breaths. Hello, clearing thoughts. Hey, Jill. And as you take these cleansing breaths, just let yourself really settle into your body. Let yourself feel safe within your own heart. And so bringing your awareness to your heart, you can bring the palms of your hands there if you'd like to, or you can just bring your awareness there. And with your hands there, with your awareness in your heart, start to notice a beautiful rose, a beautiful spiraling rose at your heart center. And this spiraling rose starts to radiate this beautiful pink, shades of pink, soft pink, bright pink, fuchsia pink, magenta. And you can feel the openness, the expansion that has happened throughout this 7-day journey. And so as this rose in your heart starts to spin, almost like a propeller, feel the back of your heart opening as well. The back of your heart center strengthening, right? That's the willpower of your heart, the willpower to love, the willpower to keep your heart open regardless of external circumstances. And so as that happens, remember, Mother Mary is still in front of you. She's still behind you. She's there with her mirrors, right? Reflecting back to you the truth of who you are. And this ray, this pink ray starts to radiate from your heart center in front of you. And so in front of you appears now this beautiful path, this pink, magenta, fuchsia, beautiful path. Stand on that path. And as you stand on that path, you start to notice the beautiful scent of roses. Beautiful scent of roses. And you notice that there are rose petals on the path. Notice what color rose petals. Is it one color? Are there different colors? Is there one color that really calls to you? And just notice as you walk on this path. Cathathene, I hope I'm saying that right, clearing. So as you walk on this path, now beautiful rose petals are starting to rain upon you. They're just starting, these rose petals are starting to cascade from the heavens above as you walk. And it's interesting because these rose petals are falling very slowly. It's like they're moving in slow motion. So that as you walk on this beautiful pink path, you notice the rose petals moving, falling overhead gently. And you know that you are being blessed every time one of these rose petals touches you. And again, notice if there's any colors that really call to you. And so as you keep walking, you follow the scent, you follow this beautiful pink path, and you are led to the entrance of a beautiful garden. And so you step into this beautiful, lush garden. There are roses of all different types, of all different sizes, small, tiny roses, big roses, bigger than you've ever seen, colors that you've never seen before in roses, perhaps even like a rainbow colored rose. And you step in and you're just looking at all of it in so much wonder and delight. And you're taking in the colors, you're taking in the beauty of these roses, you're taking in the beautiful scent. And perhaps your heart feels a little tender in this place. For you start to understand that in this garden of roses, only truth can stay. that anything that you are holding that is not true, anything that is a falsehood, a lie, simply cannot withstand the beautiful frequency that is here. And this isn't about getting rid of any parts of you. It's the programming, the conditioning, the judgment, anything, any lie you have ever heard about who you are. It all just starts to feel intolerable. And so as you stand here, perhaps there's emotion that comes up as you're aware of everything that you might be carrying, that you might be holding, that isn't true, that isn't part of who you are in reality. And you might notice that there's parts of you that actually want to keep that. That there are parts, and there's no judgment. It's so normal for parts of us to almost feel comfortable with the untruth. That's what they know. That's what's familiar. So continuing to keep your heart open as you notice this. And as you stand there, you are aware now of Mother Mary. And she is showing up, stepping forward here in this garden of roses. And she is before you wearing this beautiful cloak. This beautiful cloak of roses with a beautiful crown of these beautiful roses on her head. And as she stands in front of you, she welcomes you. And she asks you if you are willing to release any untruth, any lie that somehow still exists within your body, within your cells, within your energy. And Mother Mary, just as all the Ascended Masters, she never pushes. This is not conditional. She will love you regardless of what you decide. So she is inviting you. She's saying, are you willing to receive my transmission of truth? Are you willing to receive my transmission of truth? Are you willing to receive my transmission of truth? And go deep within your heart and answer her. Now, it's okay if you are nervous. It's okay if parts of you are afraid. It's okay if parts of you are resistant. All that is required is your willingness. So if you are willing, then say yes to her. And if you are not, that is okay. Say that to her as well. She loves you unconditionally, as your soul loves you unconditionally, regardless of your response. And so if you are willing and you are saying yes, then you will receive this. So she holds now in her hand this beautiful bell. No, let's change that. It started as a bell. She's holding this beautiful, it's like in her hand, this beautiful crystal bowl, but it's this crystal bowl that's made of light. And as she holds that crystal bowl, then she holds the little mallet, right, that she's going to tap this crystal bowl with. And so all that you are doing now is receiving as she taps and plays this crystal bowl. And so as she plays this crystal bowl, feeling the waves of truth bathing your body, this transmission of truth vibrating your cells, vibrating your bone marrow. Nothing that isn't real can stay. So thank you, Destiny. And I'm willing to release all the falsity. I receive your transmission of truth 100%. Yes. And Zoe, yes, I am willing. And so just receive as she's playing this bowl. What happens is all the roses in this rose garden, they are vibrating. So the roses are vibrating. This bowl is vibrating. Your cells are vibrating, releasing all that is untrue, being released now across all space and time, across all directions of time, letting that vibrate through your cells and your bone marrow now. Feeling the roses that are adding to this transmission as they vibrate and they sing. These roses just are radiating this beautiful rose song, rose tune. They're speaking in their beautiful rose light language. And so just feel that transmission of truth. And so as that happens, Mother Mary continues, and your soul stands before you now. So look at your soul in front of you. And in this moment, your soul might look just like you. It's like you're looking into your own eyes. And as you look into your soul's eyes and your soul looks back at you, your soul declares, first, thanks you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for all of the initiations. And as she stands in front of you, your soul, she brings her hands to your shoulders. Very lovingly, she's holding your shoulders, your left, like the tops of your arms, the left and right shoulder, upper arms. And she says to you, on this day you are reborn. On this day you are resurrected. On this day all that was a lie is dissolved. On this day receive the truth of who you are. Go forth and rise up and be a mirror for everyone. Go forth and rise up and be a mirror for everyone. Go forth and rise up and be a mirror for everyone, that they may see reflected in your eyes the divinity of who they are, now and always. And so receive that blessing, that transmission. It goes into your heart, into your third eye, into all of your chakras. Remembering that day, I think it was yesterday, with the fire. So see those flames on the crown of your head, on your third eye, on your throat, on your heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. They are activating and integrating this initiation, this attunement on all levels of your being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. We ask your soul to recalibrate it all in the perfect way for you. And as you feel the earth, this beautiful garden, send it gratitude as it sends gratitude to you. Thank Mother Mary as she thanks you as well. See yourself back on that pink path. See the roses as they help in the integration as you walk on this path back to your heart temple. They are helping you integrate, going back into your heart, going back into your body, your cells and your bone marrow, integrating this on all levels of your being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Feel the earth underneath you. So we bring the palms of our hands together and we bow with great reverence to each other, everyone here live, everyone who is watching the replay. Whenever you watch the replay, know that all of these miracles and blessings and prayers are woven into this transmission. We bow to ourselves and close this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste. Take some cleansing breaths. Drink some water if you have it. Perhaps rub your hands together. Anything you need to do to ground. I'm burning a little sage. I'm going to spray a little Palo Santo. I'm going to drink a little water. And I'm going to rub my hands because I felt that. Diane, thank you. Feeling the power of new birth. Thank you. Thank you, Zoe. I'm so glad. Yes. Yes. Remember, these are recorded so you can go back. You can go back and do the whole journey. You can go back and just do the ones that you're guided to. You can use them as just kind of like, okay, which one am I meant to listen to again? And this, this particular ceremony, when Mother Mary was really asking, are you willing to receive my transmission of truth? This is something that we can do over and over and over, because every time our yeses are more powerful, because as we release the unnecessary, we're able to receive it more fully, the truth. And if for you it was a no today, that's perfectly fine. Trust that your soul is going to prepare you, is going to move you forward in the right way. So let's pull some oracle cards and then we will close this journey. So I want to just first pull one for everyone, for just everyone watching the replay, everyone here. So let's do one here today. Oh, Nancy, I love that. Feel so much love and acceptance. I love that. Yeah, I was so touched by that when it was like Mother Mary was wearing sequins, and it was just like all these little mirrors, and she was just reflecting. And it was interesting because she wasn't holding just like a big mirror, which I've seen before. She had all these little mirrors. So it was almost like she was reflecting, well, this is what I'm becoming aware of. She was reflecting the beauty of every facet of who you are. That's so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jill. I love that. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so wait, let me do a card for the group, for everyone. Oh, here we go. Love it. We have this beautiful wizard, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. Oh, Mother Mary is all about the beauty way. And this isn't like the ego's version of beauty, right? But look at this beautiful wizard, walk in beauty. So walking in beauty, that is the blessing that is coming to you. Receive it now, that wherever you walk, you bring beauty. Wherever you go, there is beauty awaiting you. Anything that seems ugly or painful in your life, let it be blessed. This is reminding me, I used to say this prayer that came to me a long time ago. I just heard it in a meditation that I was doing. Turn this into something beautiful. It was at a time where there was a lot of just kind of crisis in my life. And I was, in so much prayer about it. And one day I was just praying, and it was something that was so messy, just involved a lot of people, all this stuff. And I was just like, Spirit, just turn this into something beautiful. That was just like my prayer. That's all I could say, is turn this into something beautiful. That was my prayer. And I prayed that over and over and over and over. And I feel like that's why I'm here in this place. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so let's go ahead. Card. Who said card? Namaste, Nancy, Patty. Thank you, Lisa. Let's start with you, Patty. And I'm back to the Star Temple. That's been the deck this journey, along with the Mother Mary one. Okay. The only problem is that it's a very chatty deck and it wants to talk a lot. If I had just hours and hours, I would just sit here and pull like 5 for each of you, but I don't. Okay, Patty. Beautiful. The Star Daughters dance. So Patty, where are you? Okay, there. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. Look at this image. And to me, this is means so many things. You might literally have your sisters, whether they're biological sisters or just women in your life, but I just feel this like as your inner child parts. Like, I don't know, that's the image I get, like, oh my gosh, dancing with all of them. And it's just so beautiful. Look at that, the butterflies and the starlight, and it's just so gorgeous. I love that. There you go. Jill, card, yes. Okay, Jill. Wow, I've never pulled the card that's the cover. Jill, the Cosmic Enchantress. Wishcraft, not witchcraft, although I have nothing against that. It's wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance. I love that. I attract a steady flow of abundance. There you go. And I love that it says wishcraft, Wishcraft. It's like your wishes, you attract a steady flow of abundance of that. And Pamela, I think you said yes, but I'm going to go down to Laura, and then you can tell me if you want me to pull a card for you. Laura. Oh my gosh, she has just not left. Laura, I'm not sure if you've received this card before, but I know she's come. She's so precious. The little star, divine. My inner child is whole and complete. This is where it is at. Wait, hold on a second. It reverses everything I do. Look at that. My inner child is whole and complete. Oh, connect with your inner child, beautiful Laura. Look at that. I have a free series on my YouTube channel all about connecting with your inner child. It's a novena where we sit in silence for 9 minutes. Anyway, you might be guided to do that. I was just guided to share that. So beautiful. Destiny. So glad that you felt her with you. Perfect. Oh, I love doing this deck with all of you because I'm seeing all these cards I haven't seen. The goddess Electra, this is you got, goddess of balance, equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So this means that you create and foster relationships that are healthy and balanced. That is what she's bringing. Look at that. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So they're mutually fulfilling, mutually blessed. So perfect. All right. Diane, and then Catherine, I'll do you next. Diane. Beloved Zeus. Ooh, we had this card before. Lovers. This cosmic union is destined for greatness. Now, again, multiple meanings. It could absolutely mean a relationship in your life. And it also means that unification, right? That inner reunion of our divine masculine and divine feminine. It's what Mary Magdalene and Jesus embodied so beautifully. It's like this message that is happening within us. So beautiful. And okay, Pamela, you did. Okay, so let me hold on. Where was I? Catherine. Let me do Catherine. Oh, Sophia too. Okay. Catherine. Oh my gosh. It came back. Catherine. Beloved Zeus. Everything I just said. Lovers. This cosmic union is destined for greatness. So look at that. And I'm so drawn to the red. I feel like there's just such a healing of this card. To me is also this healing of spiritual and earth, right? It's like being so open to cosmic divine energy and also so grounded. So I love that. So beautiful. And Zoe, yes, card. I'll do one for you and one for Sophia. Let's see. First, to Sophia. So beautiful. So we have this card for you, Zoe. I'm just like distracted because I've never seen this card. The Mystic, magic. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. Look at how awesome she is. Like she's like this awesome warrior, like amazing. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. So perfect. And then we have Sophia. Hold on a second, Sophia. There was a lot of them that wanted to come. The cosmos ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. Look at this beautiful, this beautiful card, Sophia. She's wearing that beautiful dress, connecting to the cosmos, expanding awareness, connecting with oneness. So beautiful and soothing. Love that. Pamela and Nancy. I think those are the two people I have left. Pamela. Pamela, the Huntress. This came up yesterday. Quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. Look at that. Bow and arrow focused. There you are, wild and free. You are the huntress, not the prey. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, Nancy. Nancy. Oh, we got this yesterday too. The ancient grandmother, teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. Look at how beautiful. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. That is so gorgeous. I love that owl over her, the crown of her head, and that beetle on her third eye. So I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anyone. Oh, Destiny, I love that you're using that prayer. Yep, turn this experience I've endured for 5 years into something beautiful. That was my prayer. And that situation, I mean, it was many, many years, but the really, really intense part of it was around 5 years. So it's interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Patty. I just wanted to pick another card for you, Sophia. I was just guided to. I don't even know if you're still on, but you can see. It says, fellow travelers, support is all around you. This is a different deck. When I was pulling the other one, thinking about this. Look at the rainbow and the peacock. Support is all around you. All right, lovelies, everyone, this was so great. Thank you so much for being here. I am off to my purple house. It's not my purple house, but I rented a little purple house in the woods, and I am going there shortly, spending today, tomorrow, and coming back on Wednesday for some time with myself and my soul and Mother Mary and all the divine loved ones. So thank you so much. I totally always welcome your prayers, of course, for me and everything that's unfolding for me and my leadership. Thank you, everyone. Happy Easter to all of you. Yes, Pamela Huntress. Yeah, absolutely. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon, everyone. Remember to sign up for my newsletter if you don't receive it. There is so much coming up this month, next month. I mean, yes. All right. Bye, everyone. See ya. Thank you, everyone.